LeBron James and Russell Westbrook. They were both in Thomas and Mack Center on Friday. So was I. But they were sitting on opposite sides of the gym. They couldn't have been farther away from each other. Westbrook, he sat near the Lakers bench. LeBron was on the opposite baseline. And the former MVPs, I didn't see them talking at all. They left independently at different points in the game. Russell Westbrook left around halftime. LeBron James left toward the end of the game. Wendy, are you reading anything into this non-interaction?
Well, I think it's dangerous to totally read into something when you just see a slice of their lives. But one thing I think we can say is that last year, when Russell Westbrook was traded to the Lakers, LeBron and Russ were, spending a lot of time together, totally palling around Los Angeles, working out together. They were totally invested in building that relationship, and I think it's safe to say that that's turned a little bit frosty. And, the reality is this. The reality is that LeBron does want the Lakers roster improved. The way to do that is to trade Russell Westbrook. I don't think he's demanding Russell Westbrook to get traded. He just wants them to improve. I think the entire NBA knows that, including Russ. And I also think Russ, it's not even about LeBron. Russ is really trying to build his relationship with the new coaching staff. He's spent a lot of time with Darvin Ham to this point. And he was sitting on the bench, sort of acting like a player coach during that half he was there. And I think he was trying to send a message of being a team player. And he would have done that regardless of where LeBron was for that game.
Perk?
Well, let's just stop all the foolishness, okay? Here it is, all right? We all know that the Lakers want to get rid of Russell Westbrook. They want to trade him, okay? Let's get that out in the open. And we know that Russell Westbrook could feel the energy. And Russell Westbrook knows that. And guess what? The feelings are mutual, because Russell Westbrook don't want to be there either. So at the end of the day, look, what we saw at the Summer League game, those guys sitting across from one another and not even going to greet one another in the public eye, to me, that speaks volumes to me, okay? Because guess what? With all the noise that's going on around the league and Kyrie Irving and things to that nature, if LeBron Russ would have took the initiative to go over and greet one another, and they would have been caught on camera or in the public eye having a conversation, it would have silenced a lot of the noise. Not all of it, but some of it. See, here's the thing now, and I said this again last week. The Lakers got to be very, very careful again, because if they don't get Kyrie Irving, you do not want to disgruntle Russell Westbrook coming into training camp. And I think what Darvin Ham and his coaching staff are doing is doing a hell of a job by making sure they keep a great relationship with Russell Westbrook just in case.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.